What's up, guys? Zane from Forward Progress Madden. In this video, just a short and sweet gameplay commentary about why when you get down, you should not deviate from your game plan. As you can see here, I'm in Kansas State running the Arizona State power spread scheme against a Georgia user. This Georgia user had a decent number of wins and only one loss. So I thought it'd be somebody to, run this against and get some work in with K-State and Colin Klein. But unfortunately, you can see first drive doesn't start off too well as I go to the speed option and he actually user picks the pitch. It was all the way to the house for a 7-0 lead. But on the ensuing kickoff, I actually just hit a crease up the middle and bounce it to the outside and answer right back. Now, I don't advise what I do on the next play going for 2, but I was a little frustrated from the previous pick on the pitch that I wanted to get my lead back since I took the ball first in the game. So I went for 2 and got it, but as you can see, he's going to hit a home run right back. So this game is going not the way I wanted it to go from the onset. But the important thing is to not deviate from what you want to do. I came into the game with a plan to establish the run game, and if they were going to play off me, I was going to throw the ball a little bit underneath, and I'm not going to deviate from that. Here, he's playing off, and I go to the curls, but I just overthrow it. So on 3rd down, I go ahead and I pick up the first down on the iPhone tight QB sneak, and we go back to the speed option, except apparently I don't learn from my mistakes, and I throw in another pick on the speed option, and he now has a 21-8 lead. As if I didn't need things to get worse, I throw a pick 6 on the next play to make it 28-8. But like I said, I don't deviate from my plan. If you stick to your game plan, that is when you do at your best. If you get frustrated and start to ad-lib things go downhill. As you can see, I get a pancake block from my Z receiver there, and Colin Klein, a sleeper for the Heisman this year with K-State, if they have a good year, rumbles a long distance for the touchdown, put us down 2 scores. Sticking to that run game was key for me, as my opponent really didn't have much defense to speak of. He had the 3 pick 6s, if that's what you want to call them, in the first quarter to put me down, but I stuck with it. And as you can see here, when he was using the guy off the edge, I knew he wanted to turbo blitz, so I got the ball out quick. And here, just running the speed option, being a little bit more careful with the ball. He was very aggressive with his defense, sending a lot of players, so I went to my little swing pass bubble screen to the halfback, got into the end zone for a 28-22 score now. Put the pressure on him, and Aaron Murray makes a nice throw on the run. This player really depended on these slip screens to Isaiah Crowell. I know he got kicked off of Georgia, but he's in the game. One of the better running backs in this game. Georgia is actually very, very good. It's a team that, if I had a more pro-style approach to this game, I would definitely consider using them as one of my primary teams. So you can see he went in for a touchdown, but got called back on holding and forced a 3rd and 14. And this was huge right here. On 3rd and 14, we sack him out of field goal range. He ends up punting to me, and we have the ball with a chance to take the lead. We go back to this little flare screen, but we throw the curl instead as he plays off of it. Again, establishing the run game. We throw the speed option to the left, pitch it, and we only pick up a few yards, but we stick to it. We've got to be patient. This game was just 28-8, a short few minutes ago, really. And this was one of the longest first halves I played all year. Here on 4th and 6, I get a little bit careless and I go for it. I actually could have picked up this scramble, but I got a little loose with it. I should have just cut up the field sooner and I could have picked it up, but it's a game of inches and I'm a couple inches short. Again, he goes back to the slip screen, but I'm there to stuff it with the 3-5 defense. Go ahead and check that out if you haven't already.
They'll bring him down.
And I noticed that he's going to try to establish this run game, so I'm going to go back to the 4-3 under edge sting, which is an excellent run defense, in my opinion. Typically, when he was in the gun, I either brought the edge sting, A-gap heat, or I would just go to a 3-3-5 look and try to generate heat out of that. As you can see right there, fourth down, and he punts it away. And we go back to the curl play. Like I said, those curls get the DBs on their back, on their heels basically, and you can just throw the ball early and pick up pretty good yards if they're playing off. Sticking to the short pass game and power run game, Colin Klein got a little squirrely. Actually, Tuggle was in the game there. Klein got hurt, and we were forced to play with our backup for the rest of the game. But you know, our backup is actually one of the better running quarterbacks in the game. Tuggle, I think, has like 84 break tackle or something pretty crazy for a quarterback. So you can see that on 4th and 7. I stay in the pocket, stay patient, and when he tries to rush me, I have a lane to rush. Again, trying to do the same thing here, except he stays patient, and I cannot get a run lane, so I end up throwing an incomplete pass here.
With the pass incomplete.
We're only down 6 though, and it's simply because I stuck true to my game. The passing game, the passing game really made him stay back in coverage defense, which opens up the running game to an extent. Here on 3rd and goal, our guy doesn't turn around his curl, and again, I get kind of stupid and go for it on 4th down, but fortunately, he ran me in coverage, and that slot curl is a great play. And here, this is the ball game essentially. I just go ahead and squib kick out the half. This isn't, you know, that glitchy squib kick that everyone's talking about, but he tried to manually return it, and I got an extra 3 points out of it right before half to make it 32-28. So our opponent is now frustrated, and really all I've done is what I came into the game doing. He got a few breaks early, but I did not give up on it. And that's key. A lot of players do typically just get frustrated and deviate from the plan once they're down 2 or 3 scores. That wasn't the case in this game. We stuck to my guns, knew that if I made the right reads, I was going to be in a good position to come back in this game, particularly because this guy really focused on moving the ball to his running back, whether he on slip screens or not. And here's the ball game. As you can see, my opponent just throws a pick up for grabs, and he is done after that. What turned out to be a 24-0 run ended up winning me this ball game, and it all happened in less than a quarter and a half if you do the math on it. So just because you get down early, especially in one of these games, does not mean it's over. Ranked games can be crazy, and that's why I've always said that I'm not a huge fan of the ranked games. I did want to do a commentary though, because with the Madden demo dropping tomorrow, we're going to be getting hot into that. I'm going to be breaking down some defensive tips, some offensive tips, taking a look at some RG3 stuff. Hopefully the Shanahan book has a lot of that read option. We can get some QB choice stuff going with RG3 zone reads. Take a look at that new look Redskins offense with RG3 at the helm, as well as really going to get into it with the 49ers. I'm really interested in looking at a 3-4 base defense this year after having run 4 down lineman sets for the majority of the past 2 to 3 years in Madden. Be interesting to see if we can cook up some nice heat with this Infinity engine out of a 3-4 base set. So keep an eye out on the channel. Madden 13 season officially starts tomorrow. I know that everyone is happy about that. I mean, I enjoy NCAA, but Madden is where I really enjoy this. This channel has had great success so far. I'm really excited to see what we're going to do, because this channel is seeing pretty good growth. I'm thrilled, and I love that I've gotten all this support from you guys that are watching, considering all this has happened in 8 weeks of the deadest season of Madden. So I'm really excited to see how the community is going to come out and support this new game, and see how this YouTube thing might grow a little bit now that we're officially coming into Madden season. So check that out. Tomorrow we'll be throwing up some Madden 13 demo gameplay, as well as some tips and things to get you going for when the game drops later this fall. All right, guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Thanks.